What's going on YouTube? This is Daybreak748 and today I'm bringing you guys another figure review, and we will be taking a look at from the Final Fantasy VII line Cloud, Strife, and his Hardy Daytona motorcycle. Now this is brought to us by the good folks at Square Enix Products, and the brand you guys can clearly see there, it's PlayArt's Kai line. They are known for sculpt, paint job, articulation, etc. They're just really awesome figures. Now yes, they do have a lot of quality control issues that I've mentioned in my previous videos when I was reviewing the Street Fighter figures and whatnot, but still, would I recommend picking these guys up? Heck yeah. I mean, it's just an awesome figure to display. Now, like I mentioned in my previous videos, when it comes to PlayArt's Kai, it's more for adult collectors, and you guys can tell by the price range too. They're not like $10, $15 figures. These things go for like 65 plus, 60 to 65 when it first comes out. So yeah, this is for adult collectors. So if you're into just playing with your figures, not worth it for you guys. But if you are the type of people that like to do ACBA, do a little bit of posing, not really destroy your figures, and you can keep it in pretty good condition, then I would say this is definitely the pickup for you. Now, this particular figure holds I guess a major part of my childhood. Because I grew up playing all the Final Fantasy franchise games, such as Final Fantasy VII. This was the game I started out with. I then played 8, 9, 10, 10-2, etc. And I just kept playing all the way up to now 12, and yeah. So I've grown up with this brand, and it's just awesome. I love the storyline. I love Cloud, the character, and it's just an awesome figure. So I wanted to pick this up, or awesome character I should say. That's why I picked up this figure. So real quick display, you have this open window right here where you see Cloud, some of his accessories, the big accessory right here, which is the motorcycle, which is beautiful from just looking at it here. This is volume 1, so that's that. On the side, there's nothing much, but this open display window. On the back here, this is how I'm going to be posing my Cloud figure once I get it out of packaging, and he will most likely be on the very top shelf. You see other pictures of how you can pose your Cloud figure. Just zoom in. So there's that. You also see the other figures in this line, which I'm definitely going to pick up. Got the Cloud figure, so I'm gonna look for the Tifa and the Aerith figures. So that's that. On the bottom here, you have some warning labels in Japanese, which I can't read, so whatever. So other side, nothing to it. So that's that. This thing is huge, so let's get it out of packaging. I can't wait. I'm gonna take this out of the package. Bear with me, guys. I'm gonna, excuse me. Alright, when you take it out of packaging, you have this nice little display back here. You can take it out. I'm personally probably going to keep this in box. Don't really mind it too much. And you see the Cloud figure and all his accessories in this nice plastic case. So I'm gonna take everything out for you guys, and we will take a look at everything. So first thing is first, let's take a look at the accessories. As you all know, when it comes to a lot of these import figures, you get additional hands. So for Cloud, it's no exception. You get one closed-fisted hand right here, and this looks like the right hand. So that's that. It's super well sculpted, as you guys can clearly see. Looks awesome. So that's that. You also get another hand. This time it's more of a open, it's not a tightly closed fist, it's just open like that. This is more for his motorcycle, so you could get his hands in there. So that's that. You also get this brass knuckle hand. Love the sculpt work, love the shadings, all of that, even on this small little piece. Now this one is quite interesting because it has a ball peg on it, while the other ones don't. Okay. The next item that I would like to showcase is kind of hard to get out, but I'll show you why this is here. They included this piece right here, and I'll show you exactly what this piece is for and later on. And the second to biggest accessory that Cloud comes with is his sword. Now look at this sword. Love the paint job. This has a really pointy edge, so be careful. It's very stiff, so there is a little bit of leeway, but be careful if you literally just push, and you could probably snap this in half real quickly. But I mean, take a look at the sculpt work. And yes, I do have marker on my hands, but it's okay. Look at that. I mean, he's been through a lot of battles with this sword, as you can see. Love the sculpting on it, love the paint job. It looks awesome. It's super thin, and it's pretty huge. I'll compare it to the figure in a couple of seconds. Next is the biggest accessory I have seen so far when it comes to the PlayArts Kai line. And here it is. Let me just put the stand up. Bam. How awesome is that? I mean, look at the sculpt work of this freaking bike. Everything from the handles to the engine down here. You see all the intricacies right here. All of this is all sculpted and nicely painted. I love the gunmetal gray, the blacks, the silvers, this brownish to just showcase some rust. I love it. Look at it. I mean, damn, this thing is beautiful. The frickin', it looks like bandage type of things, like duct tape to keep these things from falling apart. I mean, look at it. This part's a nice rubbery type of plastic for his feet. The wheels have just such great, yeah, I mean, damn, this thing is amazing. Hands down, the reason why you should pick up this figure. Here's the back. Once again, I'll zoom in for you. You have just every little intricacy that you can ever want when it comes to a motorcycle. You have the lights back here. You have the exhaust right here. These tires are actually rubber, and it has treads, as you guys can clearly see, and it rotates really smoothly. So that's that. Even on this top, I know it's kind of hard to see right now. Let me see if I zoom in. Right here, you see some some other things like sculpt work that they put into just making this bike. On this side right here, once again, just different things. Like for example, this wasn't on the other side, but it's included here. I mean, yeah, this thing is, I can spend hours just looking at this and posing this and just playing with it, but it looks great. Even here, the front, you see this is like made from like junk parts, so like this cap piece is kind of tilted. I mean, just everything that they put into this accessory, it just looks awesome. I love this light. It's just great. This handlebar definitely does move the front wheel. So yeah, there it is, guys, the Daytona. Love this accessory. It comes with that little stand. You could push it back in. So yeah, I love it. It's just great. So I'm going to keep this in the background right here. But we have to get to the character that rides this motorcycle. And here he is. And he's quite a tall character. So let me just get him standing. And there you go. There is Cloud, Strife, looking badass as he did in the games. I mean, PlayArts Kai did an excellent job just defining this character and just molding him and just giving him the awesome paint job that they've done. I mean, yes, this is an earlier model for the PlayArts Kai line, so when it comes to articulation, it's kinda weird. It's not the normal articulation you would get from any PlayArts Kai line these days, but for its time, you know what? Hold on. I want to see if I can find out when this thing was manufactured. I'm sure someone down below will tell me if I get it wrong, but let me see. Yeah, unfortunately I don't see when this thing, I'm looking at the box here, guys, and I don't see when this thing was produced, but I'm pretty sure this figure has been out for quite some time now. So love the sculpt work on the hair, his eyes. I mean, everything about this character is awesome. His nice, deep, and I should say bright blue eyes stand out. His flesh tone is really pale. It was just like that in the game. He has that little armor piece right there. His belt, the blue shirt. I mean, look at it. The gloves, you could see different types. This one has more of that metallic paint here, and this is just the basic black. Just everything looks so good about this figure. This figure looks awesome. Now, here we go. Here's a side view of him. Even they've incorporated the bandage that he has on his arm right here. So that's pretty cool. They didn't need to do that, but they did. Like they would always do when it comes to these import goods. And yeah. So there we go. Now, let me zoom out. Let me just get this out of the way. This little peg here is actually included to put on his back. As you can clearly see, there is this little stub thing here. And they blended it so well with this piece right here that it doesn't look like it's a separate piece. But you can actually take this out. It can be unpegged. Now, it's kind of hard to do on camera, so I'm going to take it out. You see? You see that hole now? There you go. You see the hole? Originally, this was in there. But you can take it out and do the following. You can take this longer peg, stick it into his back. Now, when you do this, the reason why they've included this little piece, I'm not going to put it in all the way because I don't want it in there, but it's because you can get Cloud with his blade attached to his back like that, which I think is pretty darn cool that they've included that little piece. They didn't need to, but because Cloud is so well known for this, especially after like when you win a battle, he always puts his sword on his back. They included this piece so that you can do that, which is pretty darn sick. I gotta give PlayArts Kai credit for just knowing the characters and just making them as accurate as possible. So that's pretty darn cool. When it comes to the hands, like I told you and showed you earlier, you get this fist hand that only attaches to his left hand, and you get these two different hands that one is closed-fisted while the other one is like open grip. It's for his right hand. So two closed fists, two hands for the right hand, one for the left, and that's that. The sword can easily be slided into this hand right here, and he holds it fairly well. Even if you have his arm out like that, the sword is so light that he can hold it pretty well. Now, the wrist joint might not be able to hold it, but his arm can definitely hold it. So that's that. Alright, now on to the figure itself. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this figure is an older version or older model when it comes to the Play Arts Kai line. So the articulation is going to be a little different, but not too much. The head is still on a ball joint, and it can go 360, no problem. The head can look down that much, which is not much at all. The head could look that far up. That is about it. Now, be careful. You don't want to put too much pressure on these hair pieces because they are a separate piece right here, and you can definitely rip this if you're not careful. The arms right here, you can go out that far, 360. This one does not have a butterfly joint, while the newer models do. You have the bicep cut right here, which isn't too bad. You have a single cut or single joint when it comes to the elbows. You have wrist articulation and no finger movement whatsoever. So that's that. Same articulation here, however, because of this piece right here, you won't get the hand to go all the way 360 upward and around. So keep that in mind, but everything else is the same. When it comes to the waist, this character does not have a waist joint, unfortunately, or an upper torso joint at all. So keep that in mind. His legs can go out. They have a cut, as you guys can clearly see right here. The double jointed knees. Doesn't look too bad. So that's that. The boots does not have an upper boot cut right here, I don't think. I definitely can't move mine. Maybe it's frozen. The feet, it's kind of weird how they made it. You see that it's cut here? It can do all of this, which is really, yeah, the ankle pivot is crazy on this thing. And like that. But there's no upper toe movement at all. You can't get this toe to look down at all. Like, I've been trying. It looks like there should be a joint here, but yeah, I can't move mine. Maybe if someone else has this figure, they can let you know. But that's it when it comes to articulation. So yeah, articulation wise, it's limited, but overall, for what you get with this figure and what this figure can do, it's pretty great. I mean, I'm going to have my Cloud figure on his bike at all times, and I'll probably have, and this is a really terrible job, but you guys get the picture. I'm gonna, let me get him a better pose. Get his legs bent a little bit more. There we go. And his hands. Oop. It's kind of hard to do on camera, but I hope you guys get the picture. I mean, I'll probably have the sword coming from this hand, whatnot. But yeah, that is pretty cool. So yeah, I hope you guys like this review. Stay tuned, guys, because I'm going to be reviewing the Gokaiger set next. Please definitely hit that like, subscribe, and rate, comment to see more videos. And yeah, just keep doing what you guys are doing because you're just making it so fun for me, guys. I thank you so much for all of the comments. And just thank you so much for just watching my stuff. I mean, that's all I have to say. And yeah, like I mentioned, when it comes to toy hauls, it's not going to be that much because I'm saving money for New York Comic Con 2013. But I promise you, when it comes to my haul video after New York Comic Con, you will be blown away. I promise. But yes, once again, thank you, thank you, thank you. I know this was a long video. Thank you for just watching. And yeah, this is Daybreak 748, and I am signing out. Peace out, guys.